So today I thought we'd take a look at another programmable, quote, type robot toy. This one was sold as Mr. Rembrandt. And as you can see, you can put different colored felt tip pens in different holes around it. And this arm moves where you put different cams in. And here are the different cams that come with it. And they number them 1 through 6, and it depicts how many cam holes basically are in each cam. They come with these special felt tip pens, and what's special about them is I can't find anybody that makes a pen that small in diameter to fit the hole. So I think they were trying to make sure you would end up having to buy their pens for refills. It also comes with a complete roll of paper. Everything in this one is sealed and still tied in, as you can see. Plastic wrapped and sealed. So I didn't want to tear into this guy. I do have a second loose Rembrandt that's of a slightly different color variation that I thought we could play with. First, let's take a look at the instruction sheets as well. It's telling you how to insert the battery. You pop the front off, put the D cell battery in there, and then tipping the head down is what makes it run. It talks about putting the cam in. Basically, you lift the arm up out of the way, put the cam in, then lock the arm down. That keeps the cam from coming off. And then as far as getting the cam out easy later, there's a little plastic button you push on the side and it will kick the cam out a little bit. Here it talks about the on-off switch on the head, storing the pens with the caps on, and then on the back it gives some examples of what the pen placement would do. In this example, they're saying they're using cam number 4, that'd be the cam with 4 slots, and just depending on where you place the pen on the robot, you would get these different designs, and then it tells you where to place them. Pen position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, different places that you could put that. So you can get all kinds of different designs just depending upon where you put the pen, and then you still have 6 cams to play with. So quite a bit there. So over here, if I can get the camera oriented, here is the loose one that I had. You can see it has the red arms, and have I got a screwdriver here? I don't need to open it, there's already a battery in there, but I figured maybe you'd want to see that. Anyway, there's you lift this lever just like so, and there's your D cell battery that fits inside there. And see how that arm tips back? This cam where you could push this button to eject the cam. And basically what the cam's going to do is push on this little plastic finger there, which then moves this metal needle point down. And that needle point digs into the paper, lifts this wheel off the ground and digs into the paper, so the robot's going to pivot as this wheel drives around that point. I didn't want to open that other kit up, as I already said, so I went ahead and I 3D printed my own cam based on what that one looked like. And the arm locks that so that can't come down. And the battery sits in like that. The top goes on like that. But as I said, there aren't any pens manufactured by anybody that'll fit these little teeny holes. So I decided I'd go ahead and make a little adapter, which just sits there, and then I can just take a regular sharpie, this is a fine point, and drop it down in there. And what the heck, let's do that. And I've got a piece of cardboard set out here. The design that you're seeing over here, that was done with this number 2 cam. You can see it has just 2 slots. The cam that I have loaded now and haven't tried yet is the number 4. So I'm going to run the robot without the pen installed first so I can get it centered somewhere in the paper. And then if it looks like it, or cardboard, And then it looks like if it's going to stay in the right place, we'll drop the pen in. I think it'd be better if it was over this way some. Something like that. And some more, I think. Trying to drop the pen down in there. There we go, starting to draw. I had no idea what this number 4 cam would do with the pen placed there. It's not like I can move the pen just anywhere. I guess I could put it on the back, maybe. But I could make adapters to move the pen around. Not as attractive as the number 2 pattern over here that I just did earlier. I like the number 2 pattern better than I like my number 4 pattern. But here you get the idea what the toy was all about, for better or for worse. The so-called programmable Mr. Rembrandt. And it's more of presettable, isn't it, than programmable. But there certainly were a lot of choices between the 6 cams and 6 different locations for the pens that would all draw different designs. You could do quite a bit of stuff, but you would need some large paper. So you'd have to get yourself some butcher paper, I guess, if you were going to play with this thing a lot. But being that as it is, there is your Mr. Rembrandt. I believe, what was it? Ideal toy? Let's look on here. 1970. Yes. You got your Ideal Toy Corp. And on there it was dated 1970.